Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see here, today's video is going to be about this adorable little frog that I found in my basement in the middle of winter. He was actually inside of my dehumidifier and I went to go dump it and I found this cute little frog just in there in the dehumidifier. It was the strangest, most random thing. I don't know how long he's been in there. I haven't emptied it in a while since we don't really have to. But I'm really glad that I checked it this particular day to dump it and that I was able to get him out because he definitely would not be able to survive in there, that's for sure. So today we are just going to be making a enclosure for him. All right, so here's little tree frog. He's still in the little container because I don't know what to do with him. It's like 28 degrees outside, so I don't want to put him outside yet because it's so cold. I'm afraid he'll just freeze solid, and he's kind of skinny. He's not super like plump, which I mean, I don't know that they ever are. I had put another worm in there because he did eat the first worm I put in there. So I put another little mealworm in there. I have a bunch of mealworms that I breed for my tarantulas. So, I mean, I definitely can feed him, which is good, but I can't keep him in this little thing. So I'm gonna have to like figure something out. Until I can figure out what to do with him, I got to figure out an enclosure for him for the meantime. So, all right, so this is pretty much what I've got. I just went downstairs and rummaged through all of my reptile supplies, and this is pretty much what I come up with. I also have a spray bottle that I use to fill up my tarantula water. So I got a container. This is from when I got Ophelia. She came in this, and it's like a huge reptile enclosure that's really not good for reptiles, but for travel and stuff, it's fine. But anyway, I kept it. So I have this, and I have a giant cork bark. This is a big cork bark. And then I have a big fake plant that I'm gonna actually make smaller. I'm gonna cut it. It's because I cut a lot of my plants. And then I brought some clean Eco Earth up because I always have Eco Earth in the basement. So I had all this in totes. So I'm just going to try to make a little temporary enclosure for this tree frog the best I can. I'm not gonna cut my cork bark down. It's kind of big, it is really big, but I'm just gonna put the whole thing in there. He can go inside of it, which is nice. I'm gonna make it moist, and I'm gonna wet the Eco Earth really good. And I'm hoping he'll be okay for just a few days, maybe. It is gonna be 60 degrees, and it's gonna be 51 tomorrow, and then it's gonna be 60 in 2 days. So I'm hoping he can just be okay for 2 days in this enclosure. All right. This is incredibly impromptu and kind of a mess, but I thought I would just film this for you guys since I'm about to put this little frog, who I think pooped, I'm about to put him in a little temporary enclosure until I can let him go outside. And he's the cutest little tree frog, a gray tree frog, I believe. And I don't know what to do with a tree frog, but I figured I'll just make him a little temporary enclosure until I can release him. I'm not going to be keeping him. I don't personally really want a tree frog at this point in my life, so I'm going to be releasing him, but it's really cold outside. It's way too cold. I think he'll just freeze solid. Also, I have concerns. Allow me to just tell you my concerns. I am worried that he didn't get to like properly prep for winter. You know how like frogs naturally will like brumate or sort of hibernate, partially freeze and things like that, and then they will just thaw in the spring and be fine. I don't know how long this little frog has been in my basement. I don't know how long he's been hanging out down there. He's a little skinny. I did feed him a worm and he ate it, so I know he was hungry. I put another worm in here, but he didn't want the second one, so I guess he's fine. But I feel like he maybe didn't get to properly prepare for winter, being as he was in my basement. And so I hesitate to just put him outside in the freezing cold, and he's a tree frog. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do with him. I have a lot of reptile stuff. That's what I went downstairs and got out of a bunch of totes, but I'm not really prepared for like an arboreal tree frog. I don't have a real good arboreal setup, unfortunately, but I do have a very large reptile keeper. You know, these little plastic reptile keepers. It's really big, so I'm gonna put him in this. He's very tiny, so I think it'll be fine. So I also have a really cute little water dish here. It's really shallow. It was a hermit crab dish, but It's about the depth of my nail, so it's really short. And it says, I get crabby with my snacks. It's really cute. This is actually a handmade and hand-painted little pottery dish that a YouTuber sent me a really long time ago. It was a girl who used to make like dishes, and she would send these to different YouTubers. I remember getting sent this so long ago. It was so nice of her. Her name's on the bottom. It says Daniela Clausen. So that is who made this. Really nice, really cute. So I'm gonna be using this for the little frog, and I have some distilled water here because I buy a lot of distilled water for my baby to drink, and we keep it to also water plants. We have lots of distilled water, so I'm gonna be using that. And yeah, we're gonna go on and just make this little temporary, not super arboreal frog enclosure for this little frog. Obviously, he's super cute. He definitely needs to get out of this though, so yeah. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is dump in this really moist Eco Earth here. I have a big bowl of it. I'm just gonna dump that right in. Now there's some stickers and stuff on this from where I used this before, it's fine. So we're just gonna dump this in here. It's stuck because it's moist. That's a good amount. And then I think I'm gonna make it deeper in one end so that this little like cork bark can rest on the higher end of it, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a good idea. Kind of make it angled. I'm gonna make it angled so that the cork bark can kind of rest uphill, because this isn't really arboreal like properly, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put this dish in here first. I'm gonna sit it right down here in this lower end, and we'll put some distilled water. It's really bright right here because of the sun, but hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I don't know. And then I'm gonna put the cork bark in next. I'm gonna just angle that cork bark up like that. It's not super arboreal. He'll kind of have to be laying at an angle, but I have my mister. This is what I use to mist. Well, I used to mist my reptiles with it when I had Bodhi and Lemon, but now, and my hermit crabs, but now I just use it for the tarantulas. So I'm gonna mist this whole thing down really, really well when we're done. And I'm gonna cut some of this plant and put some of this plant in there. The sun is so bright through that window. But I am gonna cut this and put a piece of this. I'm not gonna put the whole thing because this is just a lot, and you know, he's really little, so it's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a piece like so far. This is what we've got going on. This is what it looks like. I think it's gonna be totally fine. And we're just gonna mist it and fill that water dish really, really, really good. Make it super moist in here. I want this thing to be super moist. Just like that. That looks really, really good. And I think this little frog's gonna be okay. All right, now we're gonna put him in here, but I don't think I can do this with one hand, so I'm gonna put the fountain down. All right, I'm gonna give him some water really quick in this little dish. And then I kind of want to put the lid on here before I even put him in here, because I don't want him to like escape, but maybe we'll just be very, very careful because he's dying to get out of this little container. Okay. Here he is. Oh Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, he's gonna get out. There he is on the glass. He's coming out. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's so cute. Oh no, please don't jump out. Oh God, he's gonna jump out. Little corner. I'm gonna put the lid on because he can climb these walls very well. And so that's not good, but he's really cute and he's okay. So I'm gonna just put the lid on and let him relax in there. All right, he is in there. You guys can probably see him really well, and that sun is shining through the window, so you guys can probably see him really good. There he is. He's super cute. Can you see him? I feel like that's a really good shot. Yeah, he's super cute. Oh my gosh, look. He's definitely a climber. I hope he likes it in here. I don't know, but he has the cork bark and he has the leaves, so I think he'll be okay for a few days. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little bitty setup. This is very temporary. He is not going to be staying in here hopefully more than just a couple days, but he did eat a worm. I feel really good about that. I don't know how long it's been since he ate prior to that worm. He had a mealworm. I breed mealworms, and so I'm really glad that he ate one of those, but I don't know how long it's been since he hadn't eaten. I don't know how long he was in the basement, but we're just gonna keep him moist, fed, and happy and safe until I can let him go outside. And I think he's gonna be fine in here for just a couple days, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I will see you guys next time. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens with the frog. If I let him go, I'll film that. Hopefully I'll try to remember and I'll film that, but hopefully it'll only be a few days from now. So I will show you guys that when it happens. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Be kind. Bye.